Hello, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur, and welcome to Headliner, the game where apparently you play as a news editor. And honestly, who hasn't dreamed of being a news editor? So I'm looking forward to this. You are the chief curator of the local news channel. You are the headliner. Public opinion rests in your hands. 6 days before the festival. Good afternoon, Leslie. I will be your new liaison. So let me say that we are glad to have you in the Gal Media family. Here are today's story pitches for you to review. We will publish online immediately after your approval. You may approve as many as you wish, but we might have more restrictions later on. Remember, we need a hard angle to stick to. I'm not sure what she means by that. Whatever gets our readers riveted. Oh, and I'm up for a promotion. Make it juicy. I don't know if I like the journalistic ethics of this media organization. The festival is coming. Are you ready for our biggest annual celebration just 6 days away? Here's a recap of how Galicia became the first nation with a majority genetically modified population. Approve or reject as you see fit. I guess I don't see anything wrong with that. Purist, an economic burden? As the unmodified minority dwindles to 7%, studies once again show their job performance lags behind. Is it ethical to continue offering them the same benefits and tax exemptions as the rest of the population? Are regular citizens burdened by an unfair cost? I have my second article and I'm already somewhat conflicted. Is that just a form of near future racism? I think I'm going to deny this. Unrest at our doorstep. Lyris officials expressed concerns today over the amassing of Agresistan troops. They do sound quite hostile on the eastern border. We will not succumb to provocation, stated President Castro this morning. Galicia cannot stand silent while our neighbor is threatened. I don't mind that. I'm happy to approve it. Modification 101. From preventing genetic disease to increasing learning aptitude and altering physical traits like eye color. Here is a primer on how embryo modification can affect your children. So we did reject the one that called purist an economic burden. But I don't think I mind approving the one that has information about genetic modifications. I wish I could get this to stay over here. There we go. Purist marriage discrimination. All Gary Golden wanted was to wed his sweetheart, Jeanette Vorman, but a local minister refused to perform the ceremony on the basis of Gary's unmodified status. How can the modified majority deny basic human rights to an already marginalized purist? I'm definitely going to approve that one. It sounds like pretty straight up discrimination to me. Alright, I think that's the end of... Seems that way. On the way home. Uh-oh, what's going on here? actually have to move around. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. What's the show about? Some minister denying a marriage. It was in the news. Crap, they can do that now? So excited for the festival. Time to sever. She's been seeing an unmodified guy. Her friend is not excited for her. Not shopping here anymore, the owner is unmodified. They all count your change the same. I'm worried about the conflict in Lyris. Don't worry, I'm sure it will work out. Hey honey. What's going on over here in the bottom left? I'm not sure if that's incense or candles, or is that what the modified eat? Hi Mom. Dinner's almost ready. How was your day? It was great. I had this cranky woman today, kept saying I gave her the wrong pills. I pointed at her prescription, but she kept saying, that's not what I got last time. I've been working at the pharmacy for half a decade. I know it inside and out. Who says half a decade? It's been 5 years. Finally had to call the manager, who was pretty much said the same thing. She stormed out in a huff. People can be such twats. Amen. I'm not worried about the language. Most people are grateful for their pills. The job pays well, and it comes with perks. My boss is really laid back. Been letting me take more breaks. Having a hard time getting through the day. You feeling alright there, Warren? Maybe you need some pills. Same stuff as the past few months. Few hours in and my energy crashes. Sometimes there's headaches and nausea. That doesn't sound good at all. He is taking pills already. Thank God for employee discounts. I feel like it's been getting worse. Try to take it easy. Self-care is important. Anyway, I was skimming your latest news articles on my break. Caught the piece about marriage discrimination. Can't believe your tabloid is supporting people staying unmodified. I don't like your attitude, Warren. Marriage is just another establishment to chain us together. I'm just saying the issue seemed a bit one-sided. Well, it's your paper, Mom, so you can publish whatever you want, right? It is more complicated than that. Your mother has responsibility to the readers. Gotta cover all sides of an issue fairly. I have to be unbiased. Exactly, and millions of people read the news and form opinions based on it. Things are already getting rowdy with Galaxia's anniversary. Purist discrimination, modified health issues. Hopefully things don't escalate before the festival. I'm sure they will, Warren. I'm sure they will. Oh yeah, Tony and his bunch are making signs for us to march with. Don't get too involved with that stuff. You're graduating soon. Have you made a decision about your secondaries? What are secondaries? Isn't that like a British term for university maybe? I'm not sure. Enjoy a bit of fun after stressful exams. Or focus on your academics. Well, I'm not sure that just going to a march is having a bit of fun. I'll say focus on your academics. Your mother is right, you know. It's your future we're talking about here, young lady. Speaking of which, I've been thinking about making something for the festival. Maybe a new set of plates? Going back to pottery, Dad? How's that coming along? Slow and messy, but it's fun. And it's a good distraction from all my worries. Helps me relax a bit. See, that's that self-care I was talking about. Anyway, the food should be ready. Let me grab the pot. What are we having? Slow-cooked synth roast beef. Genetically modified, I guess. Before I forget, can you pick up dog food on your way back home tomorrow? If I have time. Five days before the festival. Hello, Leslie. Great response to your publication yesterday. The bit on purist marriage discrimination sparked a lot of comments. I bet it did. You picked a strong pro-purist angle. Let's stick to that. I think I'm comfortable with that. By now you might have noticed we use different colored clips for certain articles. 3 red clips is an op-ed where we take a stance on a heated issue. 2 blues is for info pieces, keeping the populace informed. And 1 yellow is for feedback outcomes of topics we covered before and our influence. Today we've got some stories contesting for the same spot that needs to be filled. So if you see 2 stories stapled together, you must approve one of them. The other will be rejected automatically. Remember, a little controversy never hurts the ratings. Alright, let's see here. This is a blue info. Festival is a week away. I wish it would stay up here. Anyway, we're going to approve that. Alright, these 2 are stapled together, it looks like. Purist workers benefit business. New research by the Small Business Alliance shows that purist workers perform a mere 16% worse than modified. A small price to pay for increased diversity and fewer medical expenses related to modified-only ailments. Purist workers hurt businesses. The Small Business Alliance has revealed that purist laborers perform 16% worse than their modified counterparts. This means 1 in 5 lost tips and returned merchandise, not to mention exponentially spread disease due to unclean bathrooms. Can struggling businesses afford such a hit? They're both definitely biased. We have been taking a pro-purist stance. For now, I think I'll stick with that. Tima Grinspan arrives. Angelic tones, pure voice, catchy tunes. Absolutely nothing wrong with those. Is your grocer a filthy unmodified? I'm pretty sure that's getting a red stamp. I don't only have to read it. War in Lyris. Aggressistan troops marched across the borders of our neighbor at 2:13 a.m. last night. Mortar explosions soon followed in their border villages as thousands fled their homes in panic. How should Galicia respond? Shoot us a message with your thoughts. That's perfectly acceptable. Right, here we have to choose again. Purist rights are at risk. Modified rights are at risk. Galaxia is struggling to support the unmodified minority, susceptible to 34% more chronic disease and proving less efficient in the workplace. With limited funding for social support, we need to curtail unchecked expansion of the purist population. I don't think that the purists are expanding. I mean, Presumably they were 100% of the population at some time. All done. Where's the door? Don't forget the dog food. Somebody has spray painted liars onto our building. So that's fun. Dude, Tina Greenspan is in Galaxia. Modded assholes. I can't believe they might take away our right to marry. Peace in Ledris. Yes, indeed. Pick up dog food. Jesse, I think we should hold off on our honeymoon to Ledris. Alright, back at home. Everything go well at work today? Can't complain. Glad things are going well. How was your day? No annoying prescription ladies, but it wasn't that great to be honest. I had another bad fainting spell today. Maybe it's low blood pressure? We were just learning about that in bio. I don't know anymore. I tried cutting coffee and exercising more, but nothing makes any difference. Time to see a doctor? I think you're right. I'll see if I can stop by the clinic tomorrow. Maybe it's your mods. You had those done artificially after birth, right? It wasn't subsidized by the government back then, so my parents had to save up and do it later. What about you, Mom? I don't know when I was modified. We'll say I was later too, just to agree with Warren and make him feel better. Oh cool, so I'm like the first in our family. We just learned in bio that birth mods take much better than post-birth ones. That makes sense. Maybe my issues have something to do with that. Guess I'll see what the clinic thinks. Anyway, how was school today, Tracy? Bio was cool, but we had a stupid surprise quiz in math. Ugh. I remember those. I was taking advanced calculus at your age. That's how I met your mother, actually. Since I'm a newspaper reporter, I'm going to guess that math isn't my number one subject, so I asked your dad for help. I always suspected she had ulterior motives, hee hee. Dating is all messed up now. I read about that marriage thing in Mom's news today. I read that too. Your tabloid is defending the purist? They deserve equality. I guess, but they chose to be outcast. There's no reason not to modify these days, especially with the subsidies. You say that now, but you're not feeling so great. It's not about money, Dad. It's about people's choice. That makes me wonder. What if I were unmodified? Would you still have married me, Leslie? Of course I would have. Damn straight you would have. Like you could even find anyone hotter than me. But on the other hand, at least we wouldn't have this lady to worry about. You know you're going to miss me after I graduate. Have you looked at secondaries yet? The Oxpox Uni has an awesome biology program. One of the top schools, but it's expensive. We have to look at our finances later. But, no buts. Help me set up and feed the dog, Leslie. Did you get the dog food? Here it is. Thank you. Can you also pick up dinner tomorrow? I'll be coming home late. Sure thing. 4 days before the festival. Good afternoon, Leslie. Decent ratings so far. Drew some comments from our subscribers, but we can always do better. We have a slight pro-purist bent, so let's pursue that harder. We got a few letters from readers if you're curious. Perhaps we can make today's a bit edgier? Get some attention? I trust you're a quick learner. Remember the articles with 3 red clips is where we build our angle, so let's be consistent. Foodalingus, have you made a reservation? That's fine. Call for curfew. Denizen Watchguard, Safe City, urges Galaxian government to increase security. With growing unrest over the upcoming festival, we must keep our streets safe at night. No need for alarm. Times may be tough, but we shouldn't disturb our citizens with additional patrols out on the streets. We do have the festival coming up, and there is a war in the neighboring country. So I'm thinking that security wouldn't be a bad idea. Boycott modified sandwiches. Joe's Slap House has introduced the Modawitch, available only to modified customers. Diligently crafted, designed to easily digest by the modified gut flora. Dietary concern or excuse for purist discrimination? That's a good question. I mean, I don't really know enough about the situation to make an educated guess. I'm going to call for the boycott. The purist minority is pleased with your messages. Not who you think, Timma Grinspan. Our beloved celebrity might just be a purist. If those mods are real, show us your modding certificate. Absolutely no way I'm going to call for her modding certificate. What is yellow? Yellow is a report. Letter from the readers. Learning about the Lyris conflict and all these people fleeing to Galaxia scares me. I'm not prejudiced, but I have to work 2 minimum wage jobs just to feed my family. What if one is taken away by an immigrant? I definitely don't like that, but I'm going to stamp it anyway. People have a right to their opinion, especially about economic issues. Lyris refugees need an asylum. Galaxia cannot stand ignorant to the cries of our neighbors. Refugee crisis threatens stability. I definitely think we need to offer refugees asylum. And that's good for the day. Uh-oh, no business for purist haters. Serve us all equally. So, do I want to buy dinner from Joe's Slap House, even though they maybe discriminate against purists? Yeah, so apparently the protesters have blocked the entrance to the Slap House. Where will I get my lunch? Lyris and Galaxia are sisters. Open borders. Yep, that's all okay. Help, help. What's going on here? I'm already on a 4-month wait list for modification. This is bullshit. We're watching you, headliner. Alright, good. Watch away. I hope you are. I heard they're a curfew. We're turning into a goddamn nanny state. Alright, security is good. Curfew's not so much. Tracy's not home tonight. I'm starving. What did you get? Protesters were blocking the store. Damn purist. Can't even have a normal dinner anymore. I was heckled by a bunch of purist protesters today. Can you believe it? I can actually. They were hollering at me. Apparently I walk like a modified, whatever that means. Don't mind them. Dumb kids is what they are. By the way, Tracy is at her friend's, probably up to no good as always. I worry about her, you know. She's so close to graduating, but all she's thinking about now is some stupid rally at the festival. We need to let her express herself. Maybe you're right. I'm just afraid she might get herself into trouble. I read about the whole anti-purist sandwich scandal. Everybody seems really riled up about it this year. I can't believe you called to open borders. We need to help Lacerians. Sure, but inviting them in isn't the way. We've already got enough problems of our own. You know, I'm starting to not like you very much, Warren. Anyway, my point is, things are so weird right now. I don't think Tracy should go to the festival. It might not be safe. You worry too much. I wish you'd back me up more. I know I'm a bit paranoid, but I want her to be okay. She needs to focus on graduating. She has her mind set on Oxpox. But ugh, we both know we can't afford it. What about scholarships? They're pretty competitive, unless the government offers some educational grants this year. I need something to take my mind off things. Might go do some pottery. I'm excited to eat off the plates. It's nice working on something creative with my hands. I'm sure it is. Let's eat first. I'm feeling sick. Gotta stuff something in my maw before I pass out. You do have the cutest maw. Saturday, 3 days before the festival. Leslie, we're not so hot right now. Lots of room for improvement. We need a harder angle on the purist and modified debate. Our current stance on the Laris issue isn't getting us attention either. And don't forget about the promotion, if you can turn us around. This woman is really encouraging me to be a biased media outlet. Not cool. Today we have a bit of extra space to fill. You must approve at least 3 pieces. Here's a little counter to keep you on track. I trust you'll make interesting choices. The festival is coming too. A bit of sensationalism never hurts. Actually, it does. So let's see what we have here, because if I have to approve 3, I want to see what they are first. Vandalism shows need for more security. Tima is a purist, so what? Say yes to subsidized modification. Galaxia welcomes refugees. I think I'm gonna say no to the subsidized modification. And then I'll say yes to the rest of them. Muckrakers now, huh? No longer liars, now we're muckrakers. What's the show about? Some bullshit about borders and immigrants. Plenty of police out today. Halt. Okay, I'm halting. Present your papers, denizen. Very well, you may pass. I stopped by the pharmacist, but the clerk was a total bitch. Did they refuse to give you the meds again? I wonder who the clerk was. The news is actually defending the goddamn immigrants. Bullshit. I like this game. Did you run into city guards on the way home? What's up with that bullshit? Amen. I have been pretty strong on the security aspect. With a bunch of new people in and the festival coming up, the city needs more caution. I guess you're right, it's for the best. I saw a bunch of punk kids yelling around, causing modified folks the oppressor. We've also got the Lyris refugees to worry about, lots of immigrants. I'm kind of worried. I think my boss may be looking to replace me. He's been really patient with my health issues, but I think it's straining his business. How are you feeling today? Not great, a little headachy. I stopped by the clinic. They won't have the results till tomorrow, but I was reading up. It might be modified rejection sickness. Still incurable, right? We'll deal with it. We'll have to, but God, the meds are so expensive. I don't even want to think about it right now. How are your plates going? They're coming along fine, thanks for asking. At least a festival to look forward to. Can you pick up transgenic tomato tomorrow? Sure. Wouldn't be a proper festival dinner without one. I think that's a good place to end the episode. I like the way this is building up, So we'll have the second half real soon. Until then, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur. This has been Headliner. Thank you very much and good night.